Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will discuss with you about the reasons of hope for the international cooperation works. The world wins UN chief. Last year, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres issued a red alert over the range of dangers confronting the world, which still persists as 2019 looms. So today we are going to discuss that the conflict situation in the world. So let's start our discussion, the conflict situation. So before I say the discussion, before I start the discussion, I must say that if you like my video, kindly share it and like it, and kindly press the bell icon button so you can get more videos over internet. So welcome to my YouTube channel, that is Study Center. So let's start the study. Antonio Guterres retired one of his clarion calls during 2018 over climate change, saying that it was still running faster than we are, and that deepening geopolitical division are making conflict more difficult to resolve. Record members, the people are moving in search of safety and protection. Inequality is growing. People are questioning a world in which a handful of people hold the same wealth as half humanity, he said. Moreover, he stated that intolerance was on the rise while trust is declining. But Mr. Guterres continued, there are also reasons for hope, notably in Yemen, where breakthrough talks have created the opportunity at least for peace. The Secretary General also cited September agreement signed in Riyadh between Ethiopia and Eritrea, which was erased a long-running tension and brought the improved prospects of an entire region of the cost of optimism. Likewise, he pointed out that the agreement between the warring parties in South Sudan, which has revitalized chances for peace and bringing more progress in the past 4 months than in the previous 4 years. The UN also says able to bring countries together and Poland to agree program for the implementation of Paris Agreement on climate change. Now we need to increase our ambition to beat this existential threat, and asserted Mr. Guterres, it's time to be seize our last best chances to stop uncontrolled and spiraling climate change. In the recent weeks, the UN also oversaw the landmark the global agreements on migration and refugees that will help to save lives and overcome the damaging of myths. And people everywhere are mobilized behind the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, which he called our global blueprint for peace and justice and prosperity and a healthy planet. When international cooperation works, the world wins, the UN chief stressed. He maintained that in 2019 the UN will continue to bring people together to build, bridge and create a space for solution, keeping up the pressure for change. As we begin this year, let us resolve to confront the threats and defend human dignity to better future together. And concluded the Secretary General, wishing the world peaceful, prosperous and healthy 2019. The Southeast Asia has been an area of multiple types of political violence due to the various reasons. The structural positioning of borders in South Asia are relatively recent, often arbitrary and redrawn after the withdrawal of colonial empires, thus the trampling hopes and aspiration of many zones of soil, and not surprisingly border areas in South and Southeast Asia have been rife with the secessionist and reactivist and nationalist movement, both within and across the state boundaries, such as anti-state contest have taken the form of ethnic minority and struggle for autonomy or been submerged into low intensity interstate conflict. Ironically, while the colonial masters failed, that the state has failed the populace owing to short and sighted policies and elitist policies that left the mass of people behind. The decades long Cold War, anti Soviet Afghan resistance in 1980, in the very fact of colonialism and decolonialism and diaspora will have all similarly affected the calculations of strategies of local political actors, whatever there is intended and consequences of political factors have been failed to adequately address the grievances of the many section of people. Ideational influences, for instance, much of the vanguard transmission of radical ideas and literature to India and South Asia has succeeded in the episodes of brainwash activity of young minds and their outrage of the involvement in terrorist activities to kill innocent lives, and they seek to capture the state power through the use of force. The process of rampant globalization instead of the societal changes that has resulted in self-alienation of the ethnic linguistic groups and middle to lower income groups finding it hard to adjust itself and widening gaps between the haves and have not more peacefully, the powerful privileges and the rest. Outside Asia, even the future of US and the rest is being hotly debated. The National Intelligence Council has projected in 2025 the US will remain in permanent power, but the American dominance will be much diminished. According to Joseph Nye, for all the fashionable prediction of China, India, Brazil, and surprisingly the United States in the next decade, the greater threat may come from modern barbarians and non-state actors. Information-based world power diffusion may pose a bigger danger than power transition. Conventional wisdom holds that the state with the largest army prevails, but in information age, the state with the best story may sometimes win the meanwhile, as even in India, Asia are part of the emerging influential countries in the international system, they remain beset with the internal conflicts and violence. There is an urgent need for non-violent protest and negotiated settlement and sustainable development of the human security frame. So friend, if you like my video, like it, share it. Thank you.